freaking had a malfunction. It went from 3, 2, and then it went back up to 3, and then 2, 1. I've never seen that before. Well, um, as you guys probably know, I used to make quite a bit amount of live streams back then. Now I don't. I wouldn't say necessarily because I'm all that busy, but you know, I guess certain things that's going on, you know. But yeah, we're here looking at the Electrolux 1451E, and I would say that I found my dream vacuum. Um, I actually did want one of these for quite a while, uh, maybe about 5 years. That's how long it took me to finally get one of these. I got this one at Valley Thrift Store up in Ohio. I feel like I find all the good stuff in Ohio. I'm just saying. If you want to find a good vacuum, I recommend going to Ohio because that's where you're going to find all your good stuff. This room's also a bit messy. There's dog hair on the floor, dog fur. Um, I wonder how good that this will pick up the fur. This old Electrolux. So, I remember I couldn't get this open at all. Now I'm a champ at the back door. So, anyway, if you look right here, I thought this is freaking noodles or spaghetti or whatever, macaroni. Right here, not gonna lie, but this is actually the bag seal, and it's starting to deteriorate quite a bit. This one's already deteriorated. This seal right there, which is unfortunate. But this one is. I did pick at it a little bit because I honestly did not know what this was, but probably the best just to keep it at what it is, so I don't mess it up anymore. Hello guys, how are you doing? Also, this bag is a little bit full, sort of, at least probably 3/4 full. And you really got to put pressure when you're closing these. There you go, you hear that click. Also, about these ones, do it. Do not put your head, oh my gosh, do not recline back because that will break the little thing that is connected to release it back. You're supposed to this with this button that says push. Yeah, and I'll be honest, I did put my foot on the head and I released it. I tried releasing it back. I didn't put a lot of force on it, so thankfully it didn't go anywhere. But I didn't know because this is my first time owning one of these. See, I should have looked at that first. Handle release button. This did get stuck once, which was yesterday, but just had to push it again. Comes right back up. Um, so from what I've been hearing about this being automatic is that it has an automatic height adjustment. So I don't know what this would do then, since it's the height. If this is an automatic height adjustment, that does not make sense at all. And the bottom of this machine looks like that. And this is your clean out thing. I'd assume you take the brush roll cover off first to access this. So from what I saw on a video, an older model at least, so you have to take the head off to get to the belt, and the gear that the belt is around, someone said that it's hard to get the belt off of these, and you actually have to take the gear off in order to get the belt, which kind of sucks that that's true, because then you're going to have to reinstall the gear that the belt goes around. So yeah, these can be a pain also from what I've heard, so I'll definitely believe it. Keeps reconnecting. Internet sucks up here, I know. You can see there's some laying around. Debris. Oh, there's a big chunk right there. Should I keep the chair right here, or should I move it to the door? Because that's something I haven't done yet, is moving it to the door, the chair. Let me know. Hopefully everybody's having a great day or night, depending on where you are. So far for me, it's been pretty good. My little nephew's driving me nuts, but, you know, trying to keep my sanity together. Well, I'm thinking about, I don't really know where I want to put the chair. I kind of do want to put it by the door over there, so then you guys can see me picking up all this fur, especially the big chunk over there. I gotta say that the metal for the handle design right here, the two metal bars, it's pretty interesting. I'm trying to think what it reminds me of, the metal bars. I'm trying to think of another machine that's like that. Also, I don't think I mentioned this. I also want to live stream because school starts back tomorrow. So I'm like, why not? You know what I mean? That should be good. I know it looks a little, you know, bright over there, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So, all the debris and stuff I'm picking up with this, the bag's going to get full eventually, and it's going to shut off on me, but that's just the feature this has to have its time, this machine. This thing is heavy. Not even over exaggerating. I'd say this Electrolux weighs at least 25 pounds. Not even joking. Do I recommend this for daily use? Probably not. But it is fun to use every now and then. I will say that. Anyway, well, let's clean up this room with this Electrolux. definitely did a good job picking up the hair. Oh, got a motorcycle in here, didn't expect that. You can see you did a good job picking up that big chunk right there, and some of it right around here. Excellent machine. I should probably unplug it first before looking underneath, because I want to see if the brush roll has any hair wrap from that fur. I'm still tired. Basically, the first thing I did is wake up and take a shower, and I'm here. So I'm gonna be messing up a lot because I probably should start live streaming like 2-3 o'clock. Alright guys, let's take a view at this brush roll. Any fur wrapped around here? Is that some fur wrap? Probably. That sound though, listen. It's that cog belt. I want to say it did a good job. That might be some marginal fur wrap right there. But other than that, that actually did a good job. I don't see any big chunks hanging out. Also, if you look at the bristles, you can see it has a good strips on them. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. They still have a bunch of life left to them. Man, oh man. When will I find a 1300 series Electrolux? I was able to find a 1500 series. Then we went to this right here, 1400 series. Now I want to see if I can find the oldest USA-wise, the 1300 series. Electrolux first upright debuted, I believe, I don't know if it was Sweden or the UK, but it was the Model 152 in 1967. So technically, over there in, Europe, was actually the first to ever introduce an Electrolux upright. And what surprises me about that is if you want to now, I'm not just look up the and then look at this, and then you'd be like, wow, this one right here we're looking at has a much more interesting design compared to the 152. And from what I see, the earlier Electrolux uprights in the USA, like this would be a good example, although it's a later first generation, I would say. I mean, just look at it. Look at it from its side. Look how interesting that is. And then the 152 looked more advanced, even though it's older than the 1500s. Sorry, 1400 series. And I get this is Electrolux right here in the USA. They try to come up with something an upright. And, as you can see, they did. But over in the UK, it looks way more advanced for the 152 being the very first UK Electrolux upright. Only if I had a 152, I could better explain it, but that's alright, because I got this guy. And I also have the 1572E. If you guys want me to bring that out, and then I can do some comparing. Scott, you should look for Abyssal Power Force bag 3522-3 and do a video on it. I don't think I'm gonna find one. Man, I really do wish I did have a 1300 series. I do have enough money to buy one on eBay if I wanted to. But I heard these are fragile, so I don't want to take the risk of me spending money on something that I'm not going to get exactly what I expect. You know, like something ripped, cracked, etc. I mean, this guy, that's not a crack, although it may look like one. That's just the freaking, uh, what is that, like the paper looking logo decal chipping away. But what do you expect for something that's 43 years old? I mean, it's in pretty good condition, other than it being having some, you know, deep dirtiness into the plastic and some scuffs, but it's really a nice machine. Um, shall I get out the 1500 series Electrolux? I'll be right back. Alright, here's the 1500 series. How about I do it in a sequential order from oldest left, newest to right? Because I always liked that way when it came to comparing stuff. So, I do not have a discovery, but you know what? This is close enough, you know, to being a discovery. I guess you can say this is a live stream comparing an Electrolux 1400 and 1500 series. You know, so this is what they both look like. Your 1451E, and I believe this one's the 1572E. I should probably double check that. Yeah, 1572E. That's where you find the model number on these Electroluxes on the back part of the power nozzle. And then right here on this old Electrolux, you would find it right here. This is vacuum cleaner model 1451E. And as you can see for the 1400 series, it does not want to pop a wheelie with the handle release being down like that. And if you guys are wondering, if you do not know about these old heavy duties, it actually has a 2-position release. See? So now you can go into furniture when you're cleaning. You can hear the clicking of the release is quiet. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'd assume it's good. And then your 1500 series Electrolux is just a one position. It can go all the way down. And then I believe this is where you would hook up your hose. Yeah. This is not like, it does not want to go back on half of the time. This guy. See? It's like not wanting to close. There we go. I'm assuming when the vacuum is turned on, that would just suck in. And then for the hose part for this, I believe you would attach something like right here. I don't exactly remember. And then you can use the hose that way. Also, Scott, can you do my request? Silent house vacuum with the sanitary SC886. With my sister, sometimes bringing over a friend, and obviously my little nephew, which is my sister's son. I don't think I'll be able to do the silent cleaning because he's sleeping most of the time and then he's up. Also, let's take a look actually between the 1500 series. Let's look at the bag, the inside of the bag door. So open it like that, the 1400, and then you got two buttons you can press either side for the 1500. Let's take a look at them. Also, the handle difference. This one has two bars, the 1451E, while this just has one bar, the 1572E. So this is what your bag looks like for your Electrolux 1400 series. And then your 1500 series, that's what the bag looks like. I'm going to need bags for both of these. And you know what? I might compare both of them. Let me know if I should compare both of these Electroluxes. I think that would be fun. This one, you don't have to use much force to close the bag door, but on the 1400 series, you gotta use quite a bit amount of force. And then your power control, how to turn it on, it's right here on the 1500 72E. And then right here for your 1451E. I want to try something. You know what that is? The advancements between these two. Like with like having the bag door open where the vacuum still turn on. Let's find out. On the 1572E, I want to say it will. Honestly, I've never tried this before. On the 1451E, I have. Spoiler alert. But the question is, will the 1572E still turn on with the bag door being open? Let's find out. This is with it off, or with the bag door closed. And then this is with the bag door open. Man, I can smell the dirtiness from that bag. So, with your Electrolux 1572E, if you have the back door open, does it still turn on? Yes, it does. Well, what about the 1451E, which is older? And I'll bring the phone just to show you that I'm actually turning it on. So this is with the back door closed. And then this is with the back door open. Does it still turn on? Nope. Got that light right there. That's preventing it from turning on. Plugged in. Turned on. No power. What about the back door closed? Now that is actually, honestly, that is actually quite disappointing for the 1500 series Electrolux to still turn on, even with the back door open. And the 1400 series does not turn on with the back door open. Why did we go in reverse with technology? Is it because of cost? Is that what's going on? You see that crap? Man, that is absolutely wild, honestly. Kind of disappointing, too, to be honest. Also, you got your logo difference if you look at both Electroluxes. That is really disappointing for the 1572E to turn on with the back door open, but the 1451E does not. Hi guys, hi DM, hi Justin. Is there anything better than the Animal Ball 3? So on the Sharks, the earlier duo cleans, you could actually remove the brush roll and clean it out. I don't know why that they stopped doing that with the new ones, where you cannot remove them anymore, the brush rolls. I mean, the Shark duo cleans I think are good. I don't know if they're better than the Animal 3. I mean, actually, they are, because it has the soft brush roll in the front and then your regular one in the middle, while the Dyson Animal Ball 3 does not. So therefore it can pick up debris easier compared to the Dyson Animal Ball 3. Because the Dyson Animal Ball 3 would just go over it or just push it out of the way without picking it up. You know. Where's your glasses? When I see your face, you didn't have glasses on. Yeah, I don't really like to wear my glasses a whole lot, to be honest. But for school, I definitely need to wear them. You know, not to look smart, but so it's easier for me to pay attention to things, so I don't have trouble with my eyes and such. you know. So, what's your guys' opinions on these two Electroluxes? Let me know which one you would choose. The 1451E or the 1572E? That was actually, I'm going to say this one more time and I'll stop. That was actually disappointing that this guy turned on with the door open and this one did not, the heavy duty automatic. Electrolux, why? It's like, I don't know how to put it in words. You started with something like this and it was great when it came to features. And then you had to go downhill. And I don't think Electrolux, are they still in business? I thought they weren't. But when I went on their website, it apparently showed that they were. They look nice. Yeah. They both are pretty clean when it comes to condition. I want to make sure my little nephew doesn't get a hold of them. Because I honestly do take great, you know, take great ownership of these and take good care of them. Make sure they're up and running. Let me know if I should compare both of these once I get a new bag for both. Like when it comes to picking up stuff, and I might just do that. I might compare both of these. There might be, if I get some heavy debris, there might be some bulldozing action, if you know what I mean. Just pushing them out the way. Sorry, the stream's buffering on me. It's probably my internet. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I should move. Also, I like the chrome hub on this guy. Look at that. Oh yeah, speaking of knocking on these vacuums, let's hear the quality. 1982, 1451E, and 1988, 1572E. All right, let's hear what the hood sounds like. Okay. Now let's do the back door or the frame. I think the 1572E is a little bit stronger. Oh, hold on. Let's do this. That definitely sounds stronger. Okay, so this feels a little bit cheaper, the earlier one. That's the logo, and that's the logo on that. You can see the change between the two. Automatic, and this one just says special edition. Electrolux. They had to put it on the whole entire vacuum. I don't know what I wanted to do with this stream. I kind of wanted to compare both of these Electroluxes. I know I didn't use this one to clean the room, but that's because the bag on this one is more full than the 1451E. Also, the cord. Let's see, does it say Electrolux? Or is this replacement? I have no idea. This might be the original cord. I know this one's the original cord. Because it has, as you can see, Electrolux on it. Electrolux. I do kind of want to get a 1363. How are you doing, Scene? Oh, I'm planning on doing and Electrolux upright evolution USA models specifically. Oh yeah, also another thing I forgot, carry handles. Your carry handles right here. And this one, well, it appears it doesn't have one. So you have to carry it by the handle. I do not recommend carrying this one by the handle all the time. It's okay if it's sometimes, but not always. It's pronounced Sean, not seen. Okay, apologies. Hopefully everybody's doing good, great. You know. So power switch is in the back. This one's in the front. I don't think this one shuts off on you when the bag is full on the 1572E, but the 1451E does. And, you know, this guy right here, 37 years old, and this 43 years old, and this has more advanced features to it for some being older. That's, wow. Just been hot out west where I am. Can't really do anything outside until the evening. That's fair. Also, I believe this one's a 13-inch brush roll, and that one would be a 15-inch. You know, I don't really think this height really does much. I mean, it might, but I'm pretty sure the automatic means it has, an automatic height. I don't know. Probably won't be able to do anything tomorrow evening since there's lots of wildfire smoke has subsided for today, but likely I'll be back tomorrow. Understood. Probably gonna end the stream here in a moment because I don't really know what else to do between these. Because the bag limitations, you know, the stream, and I can't really use them till I get bags. I heard that bags are hard to get for these older heavy duty Electroluxes. Mine vacuum when, yeah, it was, I believe it was old Crankman, and then they changed the website, and I believe I go by Silverfish513. I'd have to check after this stream. I don't really use it compared to Facebook vacuum places. Yeah, he is Sean. Alright. Glad to get that clarified. I believe these are both all original, which is fantastic because it really shows you what they look like back in the day. And I am both of these belts. I haven't broken into these, so I don't know if they're original or not. I mean, I'd be surprised if it is, but I doubt it. But you never know. I believe this one's also a cog belt, the special edition. So they're both pretty much lifetime belts. Automatic lamp on the other side, automatic washer. Both the sides were sold off back in late spring. I don't go to that one. I don't go to automatic washer. I'm not really into washers. I didn't really want this to be a long live stream. It's been about almost, I wouldn't say almost an hour, but almost 3/4 to an hour because it's been 42 minutes. So when it comes to both of these, uh, daily drive this one, like what I said, probably not due to its bulkiness, but it's still fun to have. It'd be fun to use every now and then. Would I daily drive this? Connecting. Frick, we lost connection. I'm probably gonna end the stream here because I keep reconnecting and losing internet. So hopefully y'all have a great day or night. Stay safe and all that, Stay out of trouble. And I will see you guys later. Bye.